Hello and welcome to Video Revealed. I'm Colin Smith. You may not know that the stock video on Artgrid.io is filled with stories. All right, if you've watched a lot of my tutorials, you've seen a lot of Artgrid stock video. And the one thing that you typically find with stock video is you'll get one shot and it looks great, but sometimes you need more because you're trying to create a narrative timeline. And to create a true narrative story, you need a bunch of clips, which is typically what we would shoot if we were out shooting some kind of project. You shoot a lot of footage, but do you find that in stock? Well, you sure do in Artgrid. Now, I don't make a ton of money on this. Yes, I'm an affiliate. I wanted to let you know how fantastic this option is. So let's go have a look at some of my favorite stories that I just found recently, and they're always adding to them. So when you go to Artgrid, of course, you can go through a bunch of the staff picks, and that's what you're looking at right now. You can also jump to the newest ones too. But you'll see that when you go over something like this, there's a button down here to view a story. So if I click on that, it'll take me to this particular contributor and this story. So you can see there's a lot of clips for this story. So maybe you were tasked with making a live television broadcast on a television that's on the set. It's not the main feature, but oh gee, we need what looks like a protest happening on that television over there in the corner. Well, how do you go about doing that? Do you go out and shoot this footage just for 5 seconds on a TV? No, of course not. Grab the story, edit it up, put some titles on it, stick it in the corner. Now it looks like a live broadcast, and you didn't have to shoot any footage, and you get to pick from all of this great footage. So let me show you a few of the stories that I think indicate how amazing this is. So this is a boxing match, and this again is from BELECO Films. And look at the color here. This is just, it's beautifully shot. And you get the pre-fight training. Showing up into the ring, some more training. And as you scroll down, it'll load more and more and more. Just a ton of footage. And if you can't tell a story with all of this, then boy, oh boy, you shouldn't be editing. All of those clips, and it's still loading some more. So not all of them have that many clips in it. This one is really fleshed out really wonderfully. So let's go have a look at another one. You know, this is the one, this is fire footage, and this is the one that blew my mind. Not only are there lots of clips, they have a fire burning inside a building and a rescue going on. Look at this. All of this fire footage. It's amazing. Beautifully shot, lots of energy and intense shots. We've got outside shots going on here with fire hoses. Some of it in real time, some of it in super slow motion. A whole police chase. Look at this. Some great vintage cars. Different angles, so they obviously had to shoot this multiple times. And there's even some aerial shots, some drone shots here at the end. I'll put all these links to my favorites in the description. And then we've got some aerial shots in here of the final arrest. And another one, a whole cinematic battle. And you can see there, 73 different shots. They're on horses, they're fighting, and they're doing a pretty good job here. We're talking full-on contact with swords. Horses. Horses. Guys falling off of horses. Falling off of horses. Wow. Okay, and by the way, it goes on and on and on. Let's go a little bit more. Here's one that I used for something previous, and it's these empty streets in wherever this is. And they're just beautifully shot. And because they've been shot really well, they blend together. And when you click on one of these to download it, you'll be able to see what this particular footage is. So this is Ultra HD 4K, 24 frames a second, shot on a Panasonic S1. And you can see what formats are available: HD, Ultra HD HQ, and log, sometimes raw, depending on the camera. Now, when you have an account, if you want the raw log, that's a higher price than just the HD or the Ultra HD, but you still have these kinds of options. So maybe you like this footage, but you want to grade it yourself. So great, then you'll grab the log or the raw to do that. Let's go a little bit more. Here's another example of taking time to get all of the good shots that you would get in this situation. So here's kayaking, and we got some nice wide shots, shots of the river, shots of the landscape, beautiful wide shots here. And then some close-up shots coming down the river. So you really have everything you need to tell that story. And who doesn't love Icelandic Waterfalls? Oh my goodness, so beautiful. Lots of great shots. So here, if you needed multiple shots of waterfalls, you wouldn't have to go look at multiple stock waterfall. You type in waterfall, and that's not right. It's obviously not more desolate and more Icelandic. It looks like it's too lush, maybe. But here, you've got your choice. There's also a lot of stylized shots. This one is great. This is the Bali rice fields. And I love the choice here of the model in this bright yellow dress against the lush green backdrop. You wouldn't use it for everything. It obviously has a very specific use, but it is really stunning stuff. You know, wow. And then you've got some more standard things. Here's a power plant engineer, a whole story of the engineer. Really, a ton of shots to choose from close-ups like this. To walking around, and then there's some of these great wide pans. And there was another one here where you were following him. Here it is, following him through the power plant. Great shots, great stuff. You'll also notice this new tag in here, and you'll see this every time you come back. It's a great way just to alert you, hey, this is new. You probably didn't see this. Jump into the story and have a look. Some more industrial stuff. Spent 8 years working at a steel tubing factory, so this reminds me of that. So lots of high energy shots. And then on the complete other side of the spectrum, here's an eco-friendly family. So here they are recycling, donating, and doing all of that. The other side of the world, here's a Vietnam streets. Beautifully shot. Very diverse. Very real. And then some standard office shots, things of that sort. So a wide array of stories, different narratives that you can use for so many ways. I mean, I get lost in this. And you know that sometimes you can spend a lot of time trying to find something in stock video, but here you can really nail it with a story and grab, you know, the whole thing and download it and start cutting that up, or maybe just a couple of key shots. So check this out. I really wanted to alert you to this option because it's easy to miss. Not a lot of us think of stock video as being a complete story from front to back shot so beautifully. So check out artgrid.io. I am an affiliate. Down at the bottom, there's a link that's worth using, and check it out. You've seen my tutorials are using their stuff all the time. It makes my life so much easier. I think it's a lot more fun when you get to see different footage in different tutorials all the time and how I mix it up together. Hey, if you're new to Video Revealed and you found this informative, take a moment and subscribe. You want to support us some more, you can do that through VideoRevealed.com/shop on our website. You can donate once or monthly, any amount. There's a bunch of stuff that you can download for free. There's a member section, lots of wonderful things. Artlist is also another part of Artgrid, and that's stock music and sound effects. There's also a link down there. That's what you hear throughout my tutorials, except for my opening and closing music, which I wrote. Till next time, I'm Colin Smith, and it's my job to show you the stuff that I'm getting excited about because I think it'll be of value to you.